A company is at its best when it has something to prove, and in the gaming industry, no company currently has quite as much to prove as Nintendo. It's a sentiment that at a time would have seemed foreign and obtuse, but after the cataclysmic failure of the Wii U, the market is demanding the company prove its relevancy, at least as a hardware manufacturer. With the launch of the Nintendo Switch, they'll have an opportunity to show why they are important to the industry and to us gamers. Nintendo is one of those brands that instantly conjure iconography. You hear that name, and these are the faces that pop into your mind. It's a feat that I think Sony and Microsoft haven't been able to accomplish with their respective brands. What makes Nintendo games special is they're immediately recognizable and classic. We all have memories with these games, and it's the company's first-party efforts that we gravitate to. Nintendo is gaming. Founded in 1889 by Fusajiro Yamauchi, Nintendo started out as a publisher of hand-painted Hanafuda cards. Since the 19th century, the company has been entertaining children and adults alike with interactivity. In 1983, the American video game industry crashed. In a bold series of moves, Nintendo proved that gaming wasn't just a passing fad, meeting its long overdue end. Shigeru Miyamoto was assigned to develop an arcade game of Popeye the Sailor Man, a sort of last-ditch effort in a market where licensed games seemed to have better success. When Nintendo couldn't obtain the rights to the spinach-eating slugger, the game was reskinned and dubbed Donkey Kong. Thanks mostly to Miyamoto's ingenious game design, giving Mario the ability to jump over barrels to climb his way to victory, the arcade cabinet was a hit. The success of Donkey Kong paved the way for Nintendo to bring the NES to market, along with the masterpiece Super Mario Bros. The system saved the gaming industry and cemented Nintendo into its foundation. I was a latecomer to video games. Aside from the occasional session of Michael Jackson's Moonwalker on a friend's Sega Genesis, I never had a system of my own. That is until the Nintendo 64, a system that was filled with one of the best console-exclusive catalogs in the history of gaming. Mario 64, Jet Force Gemini, GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros., Shadows of the Empire, the list goes on and on. These classics instilled my love for gaming. What resonates the most about N64 games is their ability to be played socially. While the PlayStation was focusing on single-player JRPGs, a genre that I love, Nintendo was focusing on developing great multiplayer experiences. If you had yourself a couple of friends, a collection of controllers, and just one great cartridge, you had the makings for a legendary evening. In a lot of ways, the N64 was monumental in the development of this channel. My co-host Dustin and I bonded over the console. Our first time hanging out was playing Super Smash Bros., and we spent an entire summer playing nothing but Capture the Flag on The World Is Not Enough. Although as much as I cherish the system, there has been a growing feeling that really took hold from this console on. Is Nintendo just for kids? The majority of third-party developers working on more mature content and games realized the power of CD-ROMs, and when Nintendo tried to play catch-up, they released a purple lunchbox with snack-sized discs. And while the GameCube supported a great catalog of games, the immature design was hard to overlook by most gamers. Nintendo may have saved the industry once, but we, the gamers, were getting older and we weren't waiting up. But even after all of its business missteps, Nintendo still is able to endure. While they may have shied away from the core gamer by making moves to appeal to a younger audience, their tactics have granted them a ubiquity. While the core gaming audience gets to have their debate between PlayStation and Xbox, Nintendo stays on the outskirts of the console wars, appealing to everyone. Even if you don't own a Wii U, you can think of several games on the console that you'd love to play. At the end of the day, Nintendo has remained a champion for quality games. They're one of the few studios that can consistently make games fun on gameplay alone. And their characters span genres from platformers to racing games to shooters and even fighting games.
そのために僕はその動機を作るために何をしたらいいのかっていう状況を見せる。マリオなら右へ右へ走っていけばゴールがあるって、ドンキーコングならさらわれた彼女を助けるためにそこまで登っていくっていう。
The Nintendo Switch is Nintendo's chance to confirm their place in the industry. While less powerful than the big two, the Switch stands apart as it is a handheld. And if Nintendo proved anything in 2016 with Pokemon Go, is that people still want to play games outside of their living rooms. And that gaming will be infinitely more enjoyable with full experiences from legends like Link and Mario. Is it important that Nintendo learns from its past mistakes and secures support from third-party developers? Yes. Their systems won't survive on Nintendo games alone. But Nintendo as a hardware manufacturer is important to the industry. They continue to make bold choices that offer players something unique. Nintendo has been a part of gaming since its foundation, and for now, their systems still have a place in my living room.